don't know whether I should say this, but these are realities of life. In the last year...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Uhuru Kenyatta is trending at #1 in Twitter. The social media is on fire. Remember when Maverick Aoko first went public months ago, hinting that the former President Uhuru Kenyatta was quietly battling health issues. Many dismissed her, called it cloud chasing, fake news, or political drama. But now, today, Uhuru himself has spoken. Have a look.
Lost a friend. I've lost a colleague. And especially for me in, don't know whether I should say this, but these are realities of life. In the last year, and a good part of this year, whenever we met, he was very encouraging about some of the challenges that we were going through. And since he had more experience than some of us, he was very encouraging in guiding and telling you how to look at this and how to handle some of these challenges in life, health and otherwise. And I'll miss that counsel, and I'll appreciate everything he guided some of us towards, and how he really held our hand and told us, don't worry, things will come to pass, it will go. We trust in God, we believe. And the reason Frank is lying here is because it is his time. Those of us who have those challenges will continue fighting with them, but equally, when it is God's time, we shall join him and be thankful for the life that we lived and the times that we shared together.
That is the message from Uhuru Kenyatta. Kama umesikiza clearly, Uhuru amesema amekuwa akibattle some health issues from last year. It is rumored that his friend died of cancer. Na sasa ude mwanaitwa Maverick Aoko pale Twitter alikuwa ameshare the same information sometimes back last year. Time Uhuru alikuja akapotea kidogo. Then kama unaona hii picture iko hapa hivi kwa hii video, this is the picture Aoko shared na akatuambia Uhuru Kenyatta was in Boston akifanywa chemotherapy, na akasema tumuombe. But then watu wengi walitukana Aoko and the like. But since Uhuru Kenyatta ameadmit kuna kitu na battle, do you think Maverick Aoko should be goated, ama hizi rumors zake anatoaga wapi? Wamekuwa kwa vita ingine mingi sana last week wakiwa na Mwafrika. Huyu msee wa iko nini? But what do you think? I want to play you another clip of Uhuru Kenyatta trying to explain. When walikuwa wanakunywa uji kidogo pale State House na stories zingine za corona. Uhuru is very very interesting. Have a look.
And as we started engaging, you know, Frank would make sure that all of us were very comfortable. Frank would make sure that things would move in the right direction. And in fact, there was one time, you know, because it was during that COVID period, you know, we weren't really supposed to be meeting. And we were sort of, I don't think, anyway, we were left to sort of sort out the situation, and Frank was wondering, now we're here at State House, it looks like you are fine, but you know, some of us have got to get across town. How will that happen? And I was, well, as far as I'm concerned, once you leave the gate, you're in your own territory. because I remember another friend of mine who we lost, who also tried one time to utilize our friendship, and I'm so glad that even Frank, you've told us he didn't like those issues of, you don't mix work with other things. Because, I reminded Frank, I had a friend of mine by the name of Kasidai Wayaki, who one day was caught by police having overindulged in his uji and tea. And as he was nabbed by one of those breathalyzer fellows along the road, he had the nerve to call me. And in his state of mind, reminding fellow, you know who I know. He's giving the phone over. So I just sort of like pretended that, hello, I can't hear you, and kind of switched off the phone. Why do I say that? I say that because I recited the story to Frank on that day, and I told him, well, please let us know when everybody's home, and I really hope that you make it in one piece. And sure enough, he did call. But after that, they were not so willing to come back to visit me until that period was over.
During a heartfelt memorial for his close friend, Uhuru Kenyatta revealed something very few expected. Some of us are facing health challenges, he said. Simple words, but they ate the country like thunder. For many, that one line was confirmation that there was always more going behind the scenes. And suddenly, Aoko's words don't sound so far-fetched anymore. The same people who mocked her are now asking, was she right all along? Across X, formerly Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Kenyans are debating fiercely. Some say Uhuru Kenyatta has simply admitted what Aoko tried to tell the nation months ago. Others argue it's unfair to turn a man's private struggle into political gossip. But one thing is very, very clear. The silence has finally broken. For years, Uhuru has been one of the most guarded figures in the Kenyan politics. Former president, fairly emotional, rarely personal. Yet this time, at that memorial podium, there was no politics, just pain and truth. His statement wasn't loud, but its echo is being heard in every corner of the country. As Kenyans react, one question dominates the air. What exactly is Uhuru Kenyatta battling? The former president hasn't said and his team hasn't confirmed anything beyond the health challenges. But in a world of speculations, that small admission has blown the doors wide open. Meanwhile, Aoko supporters are celebrating online, posting, "She told you, Aoko is goated. You all laughed. Now look." For them, this moment is vindication. For Uhuru Kenyatta supporters, it's a call for compassion and privacy. And for the rest of the nation, it's a reminder that even the most powerful among us are still human. Whether you believe Maverick Aoko was a whistleblower or just lucky with her words, today's revelation has changed the narrative completely. The question is no longer if the rumors were true, it's what next.